It's okay.
Can we do it?
No, we're just gonna keep going. We'll just keep going. All right. Thank you for joining me and Kenzie this week for Best Watch. This is episode 9, I think. Episode 9, yes. So, for those of you who probably do not know, which I don't know why you would, this is Mackenzie Hope. This is my fiance.
Hi.
We've been engaged for a little while. I mentioned her in my thank you video last week. But, so I mentioned that this is going to sort of be a special treat episode for you guys, and this is why. We're talking to Mackenzie, and we're going to be talking a little bit about a film that we watched together, and it's very sad, and it's very good. Some of you may have already seen it. Some of you may have heard maybe some negative things, maybe some good things about it, but it's the movie Me Before You. It's starring Emilia Clarke and Sam Claflin. It's a beautiful story, but also it's very it hurts your heart a little bit when you watch it. The director was Thea Sharrock. Again, it's starring Emilia Clarke as Louisa Clarke in the film, and Sam Claflin is starring the character for William Trainer. I'm going to take just a few minutes and let Kenzie sort of read a little review that she wrote up for us, because it's very thoughtful, and it'll probably give you the best idea for the film itself if you're considering watching this movie. So,
Me Before You is a heartfelt romantic drama that depicts the life and struggles of a man living with quadriplegia. Based off the novel by Jojo Moyes, the sappy love story captures attention with bright cinematography, but don't be fooled, tissues are a must-have for this film. Emilia Clarke plays Louisa Clarke, an optimistic caregiver to Will Trainer, played by Sam Claflin. Will Trainer was a wealthy man who lived life to its fullest before a motor accident that left him without use of his legs and only slight movement in his hands. 2 years after the accident and an attempted suicide, Louisa is hired as Will's caregiver. Their relationship is challenging as Will struggles with the limitations in his life, but Louisa constantly tries to show them that he can still live a life full of joy. Throughout 6 months, the duo grows closer together. They both overcome obstacles and let go of toxic previous relationships. Yet, they realize that life will always be limited by what could have been. Will's constant health issues remind the audience of the hopelessness that he feels. No matter how hard Louisa tries, she can never offer him the life that he once loved. And Will knows he could never keep up with her blossoming potential. Clarke has carried heavier roles such as the warrior queen of dragons, Daenerys Targaryen, in Game of Thrones. In this film, she plays a lighthearted 20-something who fills her world with color through her over-the-top sense of fashion. Her bright eyes and quirky attitude almost make the audience forget the dark, emotional side of the story. The story stalls a bit in the middle, followed by a sudden ending. The dynamic, emotional ups and downs will linger long after the credits roll. Be prepared to fall in love with the idea of hope and healing post-tragedy. This is a must-see for all who crave a good cry.
So, as you watch this film, something that I noticed, which, I don't know, the character that Lou has, that Emilia Clarke plays, she really steals your heart a little bit in the way that
Those eyebrows.
Yes, she's very, very expressive, a little bit more than she probably is in other things that she does. But like, her character is so just very quirky, but very lovable. Like, her smile is so big, and she tells you how she feels through her face, and I think that's a real skill. But one thing that I really did enjoy about this film is just how vulnerable that you get the sense of with Lou's character. Throughout the film, she takes her idea of what she can do for William, and she tries her very best to give him purpose, and she just lays it all on the table for him, and it really just hurts you to sort of see how how it ends, but
I mean, they're very contrasting characters because you have her and she's so open and colorful, and then Will is just the complete opposite. He's been through so much trauma and disappointment in his life that they really truly are opposites, and she's just trying to open up his world and help him see just what life could be, but the problem is that he sees it and he's not sure if he wants that. And it's really a huge moral dilemma. I'm not gonna feed much into that, but in the mental health realm, it's caused a lot of uproar and controversy, and I think it's something that just shows that there's a conversation that needs to be had concerning just the plot that I'm not going to give away. It makes you think, it makes you feel a lot of things, and it'll make you question just how you see someone who doesn't really have a lot to live for.
The director, Thea, of this film, she did a really good job in drawing the audience in to really get you attached just to the story. I mean, there are so many times in the film that you kind of seem like you're seeing through William's eyes a little bit, where it's like, okay, there's some hope here. There's things that are here for him with especially Lou's character and stuff, and it just draws you in as an audience. That I would have to say, whether you agree with the idea of the film or with the plot of the film, with how it ends or not, I think you should see this one. Not to necessarily base a strong opinion on it, whether you like it or not, but just to enjoy the art and the thought behind the film of how it was made and stuff, because it's something that takes skill to be able to, get your audience to be so enthralled with these characters, and at the same time be able to hold on to that until the very end of the film.
It's very thought-provoking.
Very thought-provoking, and I do recommend it for everyone to watch. One other last few thoughts I wanted to mention. She had talked about it in the review a little bit, but it's a very colorful film. It's very beautiful, and I think that's a part of the artistic perspective of it. There's, especially with Lou's character, she's very colorful, very quirky, very strong personality, very life-giving personality. And I think the shots and the way it's made reflects that a lot. Kenzie actually noticed that a lot, while before I did when we were watching it. She was like, the colors are very vibrant, and they're very, they feel alive a lot more. And also the shots are very tidy. Thea as a director, she probably is a little OCD with her framing, because I'm kind of the same way. But it's a very tidy film.
She's particular.
Yeah, probably. But it's a very good piece of work, and I highly recommend you watch it. Go take a look at the after show. It's in the link below. Follow that and take a look at it. Me and Kenzie are going to give a few more thoughts of what we thought about the film. Also rate it on a scale of 1 to 50. Also take a look at wiseworksproduction.com and check out some of the films and previous episode after shows that we have over there. Thank you so much for watching this week of Best Watch, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks. It's gotta get